All right, guys. So before we hop into the tactical information, I want to take time to talk about the why. I think it's always important to understand what you're doing before you actually do it. So even if you've been studying messenger marketing and chatbots for a while, I highly encourage you to watch this video because I think it's going to give you a good mindset for the rest of the course. So why messenger marketing? Why is this such a big deal? If you haven't realized this yet, we are riding a huge wave in digital marketing right now. I feel very, very grateful to have been able to hop into messenger marketing in its infancy, and you are in the same position. We are still really in an early adapter phase for messenger marketing and chatbots. And this is a huge opportunity for marketers and business owners and really anyone who wants to communicate with other humans. I believe this is the biggest wave. This is the biggest opportunity that we've seen in marketing and really in business growth and communication really since email marketing. Why, right? Why is this such a big deal? First, let's start with a little bit of history just to give you some context here. Instant messaging, right? The act of being able to instantly communicate with someone back and forth, right? In a threaded message conversation. That really started in the early 90s, right? So who remembers AOL Instant Messenger? I remember being on AOL Instant Messenger and thinking it was so cool to be able to instantaneously have a conversation with my friends, right? We're way past, sending mail and letters, right? That's obviously a very slow mode of communication. Then you have the phone, right? Then we move to things like email, which are instantaneously sent, but people do not use email like they do instant messenger. It's okay to go a few hours without responding to an email. It's normal to go a few days without responding to an email. But instant messaging, the name says it all. The expectation is that if you're online and you're present in Messenger, that you are going to respond to someone pretty quickly, right? Instant messaging started back in the 90s. So we have been instant messaging as humans and in our culture for over 20 years now. Right? I really hadn't thought of that before I dove into thinking about the history of messenger marketing, but that is crazy. We have been instant messaging as humans for over 20 years now. This is ingrained in who we are, especially in younger generations. Facebook Messenger launched in 2011. So Facebook Messenger's been around about 7 years. And in 2016, we were granted the opportunity to truly market on the platform. So really any platform that opens a line of communication between prospects and a brand has the opportunity for marketing, right? But most of it is manual. So before Facebook Messenger ads rolled out in November of 2016, we'll talk about that more in Module 3. And before Facebook before Facebook opened up the ability to build chatbots on their Messenger API, we could still communicate with consumers as brands, but it was very manual, right? And it was mostly answering customer service questions that came into your page. But in 2016, when Facebook Messenger ads launched and when Facebook allowed developers to start building bots on the platform is really when this became a true marketing opportunity, right? So we're only less than 2 years into this whole journey, guys. And really something that I want you to think about as you go through this course, the importance of Messenger isn't about selling chatbots. It's really not even about the Messenger platform. Really, the reason that this is so significant is because of this quote. Engage with the conversation your audience is already having where they want to have it. This is something that I love to talk about. This platform is special for a lot of reasons, but it's mostly special and it's mostly effective because Facebook Messenger is the place where a ton of people are having conversations every day. So as a marketer, as a business owner, where should you market to your people? You should market to your people where they are hanging out, right? You shouldn't market to your people on platforms that are best for you as a business. You need to be present where your people are and where they want to have conversations. That's what's going to allow you to deploy the most effective marketing strategy. And that is the reason that Facebook Messenger, Messenger marketing, and chatbots are so important, is because Facebook Messenger is a place where tons of people are hanging out and having conversations. And now we as marketers and business owners have the opportunity to tap into this platform to communicate with our prospects and customers. So here are a few stats from Facebook that really just show the gravity of this. The Messenger platform connects you to over 1.3 billion people each month. 1.3 billion people are actively using this platform every month. No matter what you sell, no matter what your business is, I guarantee you that your market is on Facebook. That number is too huge to say it's just one generation or just one type of person. My 95-year-old great grandmother uses Facebook Messenger. So the gravity of this situation really comes down to the fact that Facebook Messenger has acquired so many users. 2 billion messages between people and businesses each month. This includes both automated and people initiated. So it's not just people chatting with their friends. There are 2 billion messages sent between consumers and businesses every single month. 53% of people who message businesses say they are more likely to shop with a business they can message. So in the past, Facebook Messenger has really been used as a reactive platform from a marketing standpoint. Using Facebook Messenger to message a restaurant and see if they're open, or message an e-commerce company to see if they have your size shirt in stock. And people, that happened naturally. Consumers naturally started messaging pages as a way to get in touch with these brands. And 53% of people say that they're more likely to shop with a business they can message. It's instantaneous, it's fast, it's easy. It's so much easier than picking up the phone. And that number is steadily increasing. 100,000 monthly active bots are currently on the Messenger platform and counting. So I am not showing you guys this slide to hype up this industry. You're taking this course for a reason. You see the value, but I want you to understand the why, right? There are reasons that messenger marketing and chatbots are really effective for marketing, but the biggest reason is because this is where the people are, and this is where people are having conversation, and things look really, really hopeful. This is a graph from TechCrunch from last year, April 2017, and it shows how rapidly the Facebook Messenger platform is acquiring users. So this is not a, this is not a metric that is stagnant. This is a metric that is growing every day. So right now we're at 1.3 billion. When this graph was created, we were at 1.2. But if we maintain the growth that you see on this chart, Messenger is only going to become more powerful. So let's talk about some other reasons why Messenger is important and why Messenger is so relevant right now for marketers and business owners. Email is crowded, right? And I am not here to tell you that email marketing is dead. That is not the case at all. Email is still a very effective marketing tool and will continue to be. But if you compare Messenger to email, email is very crowded. Almost every business now has an email list. Almost every business is regularly sending emails to prospects and customers. I'm now using a tool called SaneBox that syncs with my email inbox to filter out all of the promotional messages that I get because I get too many. Right? I'm not even really looking at promotional messages through email any longer because it's too crowded. There are too many. People are also tired of opting in on landing pages. And if they do, they may never engage with you in email to begin with. So what I mean by this is traditional marketing practice, which is still very effective, is to send traffic, maybe from a Facebook page over to a web page that I'm going to call a landing page throughout this course, and asking people to enter their contact information, first name, last name, email address, phone number. You've probably done this hundreds of times in your life, usually to sign up for something called a lead magnet, to sign up for something that the consumer sees valuable enough to give in exchange for their contact information. Again, I'm not saying that this practice is no longer valid. I'm just saying that as a consumer myself and watching conversion rates on landing pages across multiple industries throughout the past few years, I know that people are getting tired of having to opt in on a landing page. It's not only a pain in the butt to have to fill out all of the form fields, but it's also just a tired practice, right? Another reason that Messenger is really a great marketing channel. Opting into Messenger is way easier than email. So Messenger functions in the same way as email in terms of you are able to build a list. Well, to build an email list, someone needs to, usually fill out some form fields on a page to give you their email address. With Messenger, to become a Messenger subscriber, they simply need to interact with you on Messenger. So there are a few ways that happens. We'll talk more about that in Module 3 when I go through the growth tools. But opting into Messenger is way easier than opting in for an email list for the end consumer. And you'll notice a theme throughout this course, guys. It's all about the end consumer. This is where they want to have the conversation. This is frictionless for the end user. Whatever is easiest for the end user is best for us as marketers and business owners. Another reason, like I just said, it's frictionless for the end user. It's easier for you to build your Messenger list because clicking a button inside of Messenger is much easier than filling out a form and typing out your email address and your first and last name. It's all about being frictionless for the end user. Facebook ads are cheaper when you're sending traffic to Messenger than a landing page because you're staying inside of the Facebook ecosystem. Facebook likes that. Why? Because it's best for the end user. It's a lot easier to click on a Facebook ad and simply have the Messenger app open than click on an ad and go over to a landing page that might not be mobile optimized or might not have the best user experience. Along the same lines, Facebook Messenger is completely mobile optimized. We don't have to worry about our landing page showing up all funky when someone clicks on a mobile ad. That is not a problem in Messenger. Messenger is built as a mobile app. You get all of their real data and more of it. So when someone becomes a Messenger subscriber inside of ManyChat, you get some of this person's data that they gave Facebook. So you automatically get their first and last name, which you know are probably their real names because it's what they use to set up their Facebook account. You can ask for their email address. You're getting real data that this person actually gave Facebook their gender, where they live, so that this is again more frictionless for the end user because they're not having to type all of this out inside of a form. But also, you see a lot of fake information being input into forms on landing pages. So another benefit of messenger marketing is that you're getting their real data, right? You're getting their real first name, you're getting their real last name, and you have the opportunity to ask for other information inside of Messenger later, like email or phone number, if the opportunity presents itself. Messenger is instantaneous. The customer journey can progress faster. So we talked earlier about instant messaging and the fact that psychologically, people feel the need to respond to instant messages and text messages faster than they would something like an email, right? It's just the way that society is. So because people are already used to instantaneous communication in Messenger, they will interact with your brand in a quicker way through Messenger than they would through email. So you can really shorten the customer journey by using Messenger, right? Making a sale might have taken 2 weeks through an autoresponder via email, but following up in Messenger 2 days later could have built the trust needed to actually get them to buy. So keep in mind throughout this entire course, guys, this is about the end user. Messenger is powerful because it's frictionless, it's easy for the end user, and it's easy for us as marketers, right? Building a bot is much quicker than building a traditional web funnel. I can build a bot all by myself. With a traditional web funnel, if I'm, not using a tool like ClickFunnels or Samcart, I would need an actual developer or someone to build those pages for me. So building a bot is also easier for us as advertisers because it's much easier to build that list. We get to have more instantaneous and quick conversations with our consumers, which means they're going to become leads faster. They're going to buy quicker and more often. And it's also great because it's so easy to set up. And that's really what we're going to teach you inside of this course. So let me give you some perspective on email versus messenger marketing. Email is the brother, and messenger marketing is its sibling, right? They are very similar, but they're also different, and we're going to talk about that. But the reason that I'm making this comparison is to show you how powerful messenger marketing is. Here are some email marketing industry standards from the folks over at MailChimp. You'll notice that we included a few industries here, but average open rates for emails are anywhere between 18 to 24%. In other markets, they're even much lower than this. You're seeing an average click-through rate of anywhere from 1 to 3% here. That's pretty average for email. So let's say, the average email open rate is around 20%. The average email click-through rate is about 3%. Now, let's look at broadcasts that are sent through Messenger, which are very similar to email, and we'll talk about these in Module 3. At the top, you can see some broadcasts that we recently sent from ManyChat to our subscribers. You can see that the first one here at the top had a 70% open rate. This message did not have a button in it, so it didn't calculate the click-through rate. But if you look at the message there at the bottom, sent on February 13th to 236,000 people, right? This isn't insignificant, had a 79% open rate and a 5% click-through rate. That click-through rate is pretty low for Messenger, but that open rate, that 79%, is the average. About 80% open rates are the average right now for messenger marketing. So if you compare that to the 20% open rate and 3% click-through rate that we're seeing in email, these numbers are more than double, right? 79% open rate, 5% click-through rate. The message above, 89% open rate, 38% click-through rate. You can see some stats here at the bottom from my time at Digital Marketer when I was sending some broadcasts. These open rates are above 90%, right? The click-through rate, 8%, 17%, 24%. So I just really want you guys to understand the power of this platform. People are actually consuming what you send them because it's easy to do so, and it's what they're used to doing. They're used to receiving messages through Facebook Messenger that they open and interact with. They're doing the same thing with brands. Here is a sequence that I built for a client, and you'll learn more about sequences in Module 2. So a sequence is basically, a sequence is very similar to an email autoresponder. It follows up with Messenger's subscribers over a certain amount of time with different messages. This sequence followed up with bot subscribers over the course of 6 days. So you can see that we sent one message on day 2, we sent another message a day later, we sent another message a day after that, and then we sent another message 2 days later. So pretty similar to email autoresponder frequency. Look at these open and click-through rates, guys. 86% open rate, 24% click-through rate, 79, 20, 92% open rate on a message that we're sending 3 days after they initially subscribed to the bot with a 73% click-through rate. And then day 6, right? Almost a week after their initial interaction, they're still engaging with us. 71% and 19%. So this isn't just a one-off thing. This isn't, oh great, we ran a click to Messenger ad, someone clicked on it and they engaged with us in Messenger once. People are open to building a relationship with brands in Messenger, and this goes to show the power of this platform because your message is actually getting delivered to your prospects and customers. But this isn't email, guys. And I'm seeing a lot of people try to use the Messenger platform just like they use email marketing, and they're failing. So even though we can make this comparison, these are very different platforms. Conceptually, Messenger marketing is similar to email marketing and how they function. But in practice, Messenger marketing works in a much different way than email. Messenger marketing is much more conversational. People are looking for a conversation that feels one-to-one, that feels individualized, that feels private. Where emails from most businesses are one-to-many broadcasts, right? I have this message, we're having a huge sale, and I want to broadcast this one message to as many of my email subscribers as possible. Messenger is different. Although you can broadcast out to all of your subscribers, although the function of the tools are the same, the application of the messaging is much different. Also, unlike email, where open and click-through rates are sadly continuing to decline year after year as more businesses and marketers use email marketing, Messenger marketing is actually growing. So we're seeing click-through rates and open rates actually improve as marketers better understand the platform and as consumers become more familiar with interacting with brands inside of Facebook Messenger. I think I proved my point, guys, in terms of Messenger marketing and email. Conceptually, they function the same, but in practice, they are much different. So to prove this point, I want you to think about how you use email versus Facebook Messenger just as a normal human, just as a consumer. I Googled really long email and this is what I got. But people are used to receiving really lengthy emails, right? Especially business emails, but even personal emails, right? Some of my friends send me long email updates to tell me about a trip that they just went on. It's totally normal for an email to be really long with a lot of information. That's why it's also normal to take a few days to respond back, right? For you to actually digest the message. With Messenger, most conversations that you're having are really quick, to the point, in question form, right? So this is my friend Josh. He said, awesome convo this morning. What was the name of that shoe company again? I said, Allbirds. Thanks for having me. Awesome. I'm going to check them out. The honor was mine, right? This conversation happened in the matter of a few minutes. Email. Even though some people do send shorter emails, it's okay for an email to be lengthy. If you received a message from a friend inside a Facebook Messenger that was this long, you would open that message, see those huge blocks of text, and think, wow, I hope something isn't wrong, right? Or wow, I need to set aside time to actually read this, right? When I receive a message inside of Messenger that's that lengthy, I either mark it as unread so I know to go back and read it when I have time. Or I think, oh my goodness, this must be something that this person really has to explain. It triggers me. It makes me think, whoa, this isn't normal, right? When I receive quick messages like this back and forth, this is normal. This is the conversation style that we are used to from 20 years of instant messaging, right? This is what people want to see inside of Messenger. But remember, your message doesn't have to change, right? Whatever topics you speak to your market about, right? That doesn't have to change. Right? Your message, the value, the content that you provide doesn't have to change just because you're using Facebook Messenger and not email, but the way you deliver it does, right? The way you deliver it does. You cannot use Messenger like email with these longer one-to-many broadcast, right? People in Messenger want to see short messages. They want to see buttons with options. They want to be asked questions. They want to interact, right? They don't want to be talked to. They want to have a conversation, right? So your message doesn't have to change, but the way you deliver it does. And this is really the theme of this entire course, guys. You have to keep in mind that when you're using Messenger, this needs to be conversational with the end user. This is the biggest mind shift that we have to make to ensure that we are successful on the platform. And you're going to see some split tests that we ran at ManyChat in Module 3 that absolutely prove this point. We tested sending more email style broadcast and more conversational style broadcast. And to give you a little hint, when we were short and conversational, it tripled our click-through rate, right? It was the same content, same message. It was just delivered in a different way to actually fit the platform where we are having the conversation. So if you take anything away from this course, guys, I hope that you take away and remember that Messenger is conversational and that that's the big shift that we have to make as marketers and business owners. Now, just to wrap this video up, I wanted to talk quickly about Messenger marketing and chatbots. So I hear a lot of people talking about building bots, right? They think that ManyChat is about building bots. And that's absolutely the case, right? You can definitely build bots. That's what Module 2 is about. But we aren't building bots like Tommy Hilfiger or Domino's, right? They're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars and have huge dev teams to build these bots that can basically function like a human and answer anything that someone might type into Messenger. That is not the step that we're taking in this course, right? The goal of this course is to get marketers and business owners to start using Messenger marketing and chatbots. So we're going to talk about specific strategies that you can implement to achieve whatever you need in your business right now. We're going to talk about how to build bots to facilitate that. But we're not building a bot that's basically a little bobblehead representation of your business, right? We are leveraging Messenger marketing and we're building bots so that you can better communicate with your customers to provide better customer service, to generate leads, to generate customers, and to grow your business. So the difference between messenger marketing and chatbots is that messenger marketing is simply the act of marketing to your customers using a messenger app. And here in this course, we're talking specifically about Facebook Messenger. So messenger marketing is about driving traffic into Messenger. It's about using Messenger to have these conversations so that you learn more about your customers and your prospects. Chatbots are simply the vehicle that are going to allow us to do this. Chatbots are the automation of messages and triggers and different actions that allow us to deploy the messenger marketing strategies that we need to deploy to grow our business and to better serve our customers. So as we're going through this course, keep in mind the difference between these two. Messenger marketing is like email marketing, right? Email marketing is simply leveraging email as a marketing platform. Messenger marketing is simply leveraging Facebook Messenger as a marketing platform, right? Because it's where our people are hanging out. And chatbots are just the vehicle, right? Chatbots are just the automation of messages and triggers and different actions that are going to allow us to deploy these what feels like one-on-one conversations with the masses, with more than one person at a time. And that is the power of chatbots. It enables us to automate something that feels one-on-one, and it enables us to automate this conversation that we've been talking about. And I really, guys, don't think that we have ever seen something like this in marketing. And I'm so excited about the opportunity for all of us. We have a once in a lifetime marketing opportunity in front of us right now. So let's learn together, right? Keep in mind that this is very new and we are still all learning. Keep an open mind as you go through this course. Remember that you're essentially learning an entirely new platform, almost like a new language. So be very patient with yourself. Don't feel like you have to do everything at once. And remember that we are learning together and that you can pull out a few strategies from this course to go and implement and start seeing results in your business today. Thanks, guys, for listening to this video. I hope it gave you some context into the why behind all of this. I hope you're as excited as I am for this course, and I will see you in the next video.